I made my first $10,000 at the age of 15, and I had my first $10,000 month at the age of 16, and now I make $250,000 a year in profit as an 18-year-old with a business model that you've probably never heard of. Now, I'm not saying this to flex, but in this video, I'm going to show you step by step the smartest path to $10,000 a month online, so I feel it is important to show you that I have done exactly what I'm telling you to do. Now, if you don't already know me, hi, my name is Adjia Jordania. I'm 18 years old, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what I believe to be the smartest and fastest path to making $10,000 a month in 2024. Now, before we dive in, to celebrate us hitting 5,000 subscribers on YouTube and 100,000 followers on Instagram, I'm going to be sending $100 on PayPal to a person who leaves a comment below this video. And on top of commenting, make sure that you're also subscribed and that you like this video. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. So if you're watching this video, odds are you are just like me, and this is me at 15 years old. I was overweight, I was depressed, and I was just lost in life, but I knew I wasn't destined for that 9-to-5 life. I didn't want to go to college or work a job that I hated, so as a result, I tried out every online business model known to mankind. I've tried dropshipping, I've tried trading, crypto, print-on-demand stores, and a dozen more, but nothing really suited me. Honestly, I had no idea where to start, and I just felt lost. And deep down, I knew that I wanted to make money, become financially free, and take care of my family, but I just didn't know where to start. So I would scroll TikTok, and every time I came across a new business model, I thought it was gonna be the one, and I'd be a millionaire in the next 3 months, but nothing seemed to work. And then finally, I came across SMMA, social media marketing, and I gave it a try. At the time, it was just becoming popular, so I bought a $1,000 course, and 15-year-old me thought he'd be the next Iman Gadzhi. And I tried for months. I sent thousands of cold messages, I posted all types of content, I cold called, but nothing seemed to work. And I would stay up until 2-3 a.m. after school working just to get up at 8 a.m. the next morning, and after 4 months of trying, I was starting to lose hope. So I decided I'm not built for this entrepreneurial life, so I went on to work for another larger agency that was making around $20,000 to $30,000 a month, and I literally paid them to work for them. And I didn't make any money, but I did learn a lot. I was a sponge. I learned how different everything was compared to what I was getting told in those SMA courses. And it hit me that if thousands of people are buying these SMA courses and doing what they're being told to do, that means there are over 1 million people doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. So why would someone choose me over them? Everyone says the same things, they promise the same results, so why would I be the one that stands out? And as this realization hit me, I quit and I started my own agency on my 16th birthday, but at this time, it wasn't just SMA. It was now a reinvented agency. And by this point, I knew how saturated the agency space was and how bad of a name marketing agencies had, so I decided to do the opposite of what everyone else was doing. They made crazy guarantees that they couldn't deliver on. Well, I didn't. They charged $1,000 to $2,000 up front. Well, I didn't. They sent cold DMs. I didn't. And 2 months later, I hit my first $10,000 month. And the month after that, I made $20,000. Just 3 months after realizing that I had to stand out and be different, I made $20,000 in 1 month at 16 years old. Now, let me explain to you why this is the best opportunity for you to make money online in 2024. Now, let me clarify this. I am not saying that all these other business models don't work. They probably do. Someone out there that is dropshipping is probably making $20,000, $50,000, even $100,000 a month. But what he doesn't tell you is that for every one winner, there is 100 losers out. So it really comes down to how likely is it that you make money with each one of these business models, and what do you lose if you don't make money? So I've got this chart right here to show you that breaks down the 6 main factors that you want to consider when choosing an online business model. So the 6 main factors that come into play when evaluating which online business models are best are the following. Number 1, unitary gain. Startup capital, profit margins, demand, fulfillment, and deal type. Let's dive in, break each one of them down. Number 1 is unitary gain. Now, this is how much money you make per transaction. How much does someone pay you per client? Number 2 is startup capital. How much money do you actually need to invest to get the business off the ground? This identifies which one is a beginner-friendly model, because someone who's just starting out probably doesn't want to invest 20, 30K into starting their business. Number 3 is profit margins. This is how much you keep out of everything that you make in revenue, because you might get paid $10,000, but only keep $2,000 out of that. Demand is the number of people in the market looking to buy your product/service. Fulfillment is the process of delivering the product/service that your customer has purchased. Deal type is whether you get paid once or recurrently, is a monthly, or do they just pay you once and you never see them again. Now let's use these metrics to judge the most common online business models out there. All right, so the 6 business models we'll be breaking down are affiliate marketing, Amazon FBA, dropshipping, info products, and whatever the ideal business model is. So for affiliate marketing, let's start it out. Unitary gain is they pay you anywhere between $50 and $250. This recently blew up as Andrew Tate went viral, but the startup capital for affiliate marketing is anywhere between $1,000 and $5,000 USD. Now the margin is between 10 and 40%. You might get $100 in revenue, but you might only keep $10 to $40. The demand, it varies depending on whatever it is that you're selling. Fulfillment, this is the best part of affiliate marketing. It is super easy because it's all outsourced. And deal type, they pay you once and that is literally it. Now on to Amazon FBA. The unitary gain is a product can sell anywhere between $20 and $300, but the startup capital is where it hurts. It is between $1,000 and $5,000 that you need to have in storage and that you need to invest up front. And the margins are anywhere between 5 and 50%. Yet again, you might sell $1,000 in revenue, but you might only keep $50 to $500 US. And the demand, it is pretty high with Amazon FBA. Fulfillment is also pretty simple, but the deal type, yet again, is one-off. They pay you once and you'll never see that customer again. Now on to dropshipping, very popular business model out there, probably the most popular online business model there is. And for the unitary gain, yet again, it can be anywhere between $20 and $300 US. But yet again, the startup capital is anywhere between $1,000 and $5,000, whether that's for Facebook ads, whether that's for setting up your Shopify store, or just testing out different marketing strategies. For the margin, it's anywhere between 10 and 60%. Yes, you might see someone out there that made $50,000 last month in revenue with dropshipping, but what they don't tell you is that they only keep around $5 to say $20,000 from those 50, which is still a good amount, but the startup capital is really what sets back the beginners from starting out this business model. For the demand, it is pretty low, especially nowadays. When dropship viral almost half a decade ago now, it was an ideal business model to start, but right now the boundaries to entry and the competition, it is just way too saturated. For fulfillment, it is medium. Yes, you can outsource it, but you always run into issues. And for deal type, yet again, it is one-off. For the info products, the unitary gain can be anywhere between $50 and $2,000, depending on how much it actually costs, but it can be on the higher end of that range. For the startup capital, it is very expensive. It can be anywhere between $1,000 and $5,000. And for the margin, it's between 20 and 60%, which is good because there's not many costs associated to info products. The demand, it varies yet again, depending on who you are. Fulfillment is, however, extremely hard. It is not easy to make an info product, which is why not many people do it. And the deal type, it can be either one-off or recurring. Now let's go into the ideal business model. What is actually the best business model to start for a complete beginner who doesn't want to waste a lot of money, who probably goes to school or works a 9 to 5 and they don't have 7, 8, 9 hours a day to dedicate into this? So unitary gain is anywhere upwards of $1,500. You don't want clients paying you $50, so every day you have to look for new clients. You want one client paying you 1.5K and upwards, and a high ticket client pretty much takes care of all of your costs, and after that, your second, your third, your fourth client is all profit from there. Now for the startup capital, it is close to $0. You literally do not need to invest any money into this, and there are only costs associated once you land your first client, and then you can use the money they paid you to pay off your costs. For the margin, it can be anywhere between 60 and 98%. Out of $1,000, you can literally keep $980, depending on how it is set up. For the demand, it's high. Yet again, it kind of depends on who you are, what you do. And if you do the same as what everyone else is doing right now, the demand undoubtedly would not be high. Fulfillment, yet again, super easy. You can literally outsource this, or you can do it yourself within 3-4 hours per client. And the best part is the deal type is recurring, meaning clients pay you upwards of $1,500 every single month, not just once. If you have 3 clients paying you that amount, that's 4.5K in revenue, and you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want at that point. So after everything I just broke down, I can confidently say that there is one solution that fits the bill. And that is a service-based business where you do no work, where clients pay you between $1,000 and $10,000 a month recurring. There's virtually no startup capital and between 60 and 95% profit margins. And you might have guessed it, it's an agency. Now, over the last 2 years, you might have seen this guy blow up in social media, and as a result, SMMA, or running a social media marketing agency, has blown up and has become one of the most popular online business models out there, and it's for good reason. On paper, it is a very ideal business model that doesn't require any startup capital. Now, what they don't tell you is that not only are you a glorified slave to your clients, but it is also impossible to land clients in the first place because of how many 14-year-old kids have bought Iman Gadzhi's course and are now starting an SMA in 2024. Which is exactly where a reinvented agency comes in. I scaled my reinvented agency to $20,000 a month within 90 days of launching it because of how untapped the market was. And the only reason I was able to do that was because I asked myself that if 100 people are doing the exact same thing and you're the one doing the opposite, you'll be the one that stands out. And all you do is you sell marketing services to a specific group of people. You choose an avatar, so a specific group of people that are struggling with $1 million problem, so some type of roadblock holding them back from making $1 million. For me, I went after online fitness coaches and their $1 million problem was the lack of sales calls they were booking, so I helped them get more clients by running Instagram ads for them. And the best part is you don't even have to learn ads. Now, I truly believe that the best path to making $10,000 a month in 2024 as a complete beginner is taking advantage of the oversaturated SMA market and starting a reinvented agency. Now, the typical path people will take is they'll try dropshipping for a month or two, they'll lose some money there, then they'll give trading a shot or crypto, and after they try a couple different things, they just give up and they go back to college or they go back to working the 9-to-5 job that they hate so much. So why even go through the pain of trial and error? I started out at 15 and have tried out every business model out there and lost money in most of them until I started a reinvented agency and I scaled it to $240,000 a year in less than 90 days. So this is the best path to making $10,000 a month in 2024, no matter how old you are, where you live, and with no money up front. Now, this will never be replaced by AI, but believe me when I say that this will get extremely saturated in the next year or two, so you must act fast. Now, if you're interested in me holding your hand every step along the way and personally helping you scale to 10K a month, I have a private community where I help young entrepreneurs do exactly that. Now, we're very limited to who we let in, and we have a wait list, but if you want to apply, go ahead and DM me. I'm in on Instagram at Andrew Lance, or just click the link below. Make sure to like this video, comment, and I'll be announcing the winner of the giveaway on my Instagram in the next 2 to 3 days.